Okay. So very good afternoon to all of you. I have seen like most of you have already completed your table first. Okay. And before we begin with the second table, just want to ask, do you still remember what was there in table 1? May I ask Mr. Ravi Prakash, what was there in table 1? What was it all about?
It's about hope and how do we behave in every situation.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you. So just want to ask Chitra ma'am, I mean, depending upon our previous table, have you ever decided, during the week, like any steps planned by you to increase the level of the hope? Did you attend the last session?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So that's what I'm asking. Yes, my question is, what are your action steps to increase hope in your life? Did you think about it?
Ma'am, self-motivation, think positive.
Yes.
And learn something new on my life.
Okay. Right. So Dipti ma'am, you want to say something quickly? Everyone, please be ready with your answer. Everybody quickly.
Yeah. Hope is the best opportunity for our life. If we hope for anything, then
hey,
we
ma'am,
achieve
Dipti ma'am, I'm not asking you to deliver a speech on hope. I'm asking what is actually your action step to increase hope in your life. You must have thought of something. Yes, I will do this thing. I will do that thing. Next time this should not happen. I mean, something related to you, personal to you.
I will never ever think negative.
So this is your resolution, है ना? Like every new year we used to have some kind of resolutions, maybe on our birthdays, maybe on New Year, maybe on any kind of such event. Okay, next time I won't do it. Maybe some kind of promises that we make to our family members, okay, our spouse, our children, our parents. Okay, like next time I won't do it. Next time I won't do it. As and when they see us discouraged, okay, as and when they see, yes, we are discouraged of our life, right? And then they share, okay, we say, okay, fine, next time I'll take care, next time I won't do like this, so I will be more hopeful in my life. So Hemant sir, you want to share something? Because you have already got a ray of hope in your life, the little Hemant, that is, children, they are the ray of hopes.
Ma'am, usually problems are the part and parts of life. So I feel that, you confront any problem positively. That is the best way. Otherwise, if you think negative and you feel how it will be solved, probably you will be exhausted in your energy. So, I mean, there is a no avoidable circumstances, and when it is inevitable, so obviously we have to face it. So why not face it better? That's my approach is always.
Certainly, that's really very good. I mean, we should be facing all the challenges, all the problems in our life with courage, right? That has to be there, and with a positive mindset. That is really very important. We have to be hopeful. There are so many things like happen, like most of the time it happens like we go to school or maybe our any other place, wherever we are working, with a lot of courage, with a lot of passion in the morning. And as and when we step into our room or maybe our office, I mean, unintentionally something happens, like somebody scolds us, like maybe we don't like that, and then we get demotivated. What is this? What is this? I mean, I came here with a lot of passion and suddenly something has happened. And the same thing happens with our children, our students as well, right? Maybe there is something going on in their mind and they come to the class, and most of the time it happens. Have you ever realized, I mean, if you scold some of the children, you say, like, why you have done that? Because you have noticed that particular child doing like, and you do not actually know the story behind what has happened, and the child must be thinking in his or her mind like, sir को तो हमेशा मैं ही दिखता हूँ, सर को तो किसी और की, मैम को तो किसी की गलती दिखती नहीं है, ठीक है. And it happens whether they are the little ones or they are the elder ones. It happens because it's not possible in a class if there are so many 40 plus students or maybe less number of students are there. Sometimes we are not able to see. We are writing on the board and somebody is doing something at the back. And suddenly when we turn and we see someone else reacting and we do not get to know who has started. Like, so that's why the children, they become very, very hopeless. Like they think like teachers, they always find faults in us, right? So we have to ignite that spark of hope in our children as well. For that, we have to constantly keep on motivating them. That is really very, very required. I mean, you must all agree with that. I mean, we have been going through the same phase, all of us, okay? And dealing with children, dealing with colleagues, dealing with management, support staff, right? And most of the time it happens like हमें कुछ किसी बात का गुस्सा है, we are irritated, whatever, and हम किसी और को गुस्सा कर देते हैं. Maybe the support staff is there, they also start feeling bad कि ये टीचर तो हमेशा ही सारा काम कर लो, ये कभी नहीं खुश होते, इनकी क्लास साफ नहीं करनी, ऐसे कर देंगे कुछ कुछ, मतलब something like that happens. We all have gone through this phase, right? So fine. So without further ado, let's start with today's lesson, that is on listening. I have told you to please download as and when you will download the lesson, and then your performance, it will increase from 17 to 33%, right? Please do download this lesson and do complete it. And I know most of you have not submitted your previous assignments as well. Make sure before next Friday, you submit both the assignments. Maybe you can send all together. Okay? That we discussed. So let me share my screen now. So this is today's lesson on listening, right? So who is going to begin today's lesson? Let me start with, who is sitting at the back? Dipti ma'am, who is sitting?
Joshi ma'am, me and Tanvi ma'am.
She asked for, leave. I said, okay. Why didn't she go?
Ma'am, she want to submit the register and all that, so she cancelled the thing.
She should have talked to me. I told her like, okay, fine. If she is unwell, please go. I mean, मेरी बात हो गई थी तो मुझे पता ही था कि सब कुछ देना है. You could have talked to me. I mean, you were unwell. I told you. See, I allowed, and I don't know what stopped you. Maybe the dedication of work. I should appreciate. Like you are thinking like, no, I have to submit the work well in time. Otherwise, I won't leave it. Okay. So let us start today's lesson, listening. And today I want, okay, fine. Sunita Joshi, ma'am, you need to read. Thoda pass kar do, ma'am, if you are using mobile phone, and because it will be difficult for her to read through mobile. मैम ये जो येलो कलर में लिखा है आपको पहले तो यही पढ़ना है, जो येलो में ऊपर व्हाइट कलर से फॉन्ट में लिखा हुआ है.
The most basic of all human
मैम
needs
इससे
is the
ऊपर,
need
मैम इससे ऊपर
of the
येलो में
other
क्या लिखा है?
person.
Yeah, focus your attention on understanding the other person.
Understanding the other person.
Next भी पढ़ दीजिए.
The most basic of all human needs is the need to understand and be understood. The best way to understand people is the listening to them.
Yes, thank you, ma'am, thank you. So Ralph Nicholas has mentioned like most basic of all human needs is the need to understand and to be understood. This is what is required in our life also. Am I right? I mean, even the spouses, first of all, we said there should be proper understanding. Second, other things all are, secondary. First of all, understanding is very, very important. Likewise, understanding between the colleagues, employee and the employer, student and the teacher, right? In the family members, we need to understand each other. For that, if we want others should understand us, we also should understand them. And for that, we need to listen to them actively. Actively, here the word is not written actively, but I guess the language teachers should be knowing when we talk about listening, what is active listening. Like there is a term also that is being used for that, right? We will be talking about it later on. You can use it during your literary classes also. I will be sharing with you on WhatsApp when we talk about active listening, what does it mean? So can any language teacher tell me? I mean, there is a technique when we use for active listening. There is a term, acronym used for it. Okay, I'll share it with you later on. Let's continue with the flow of the lesson. It's like as and when anybody is talking to you, you have to be close to that person. Even you, if you need to bend, you should bend and listen and proper. You should even give proper focus also to that very speaker. Okay, the speaker should know, yes, you are listening, you are bending, yes, you are giving your ear to that very person. Yes, I am listening, proper attention. Okay, so now next here is, I have already discussed what action step did you commit to last week. Obviously, we are many of us now. I can't ask each and every teacher, but you will be getting your turns for the upcoming questions. So here I want Trapti ma'am, you please start reading from here. Listening is one of here the highlighted one, this one.
Listening is one of the most important skills that we can have. However, because we utilize this particular skill every day, we often take it for granted. Developing our listening abilities can have a tremendous impact on our life. How well we listen can greatly influence our relationships and our ability to succeed.
Yeah, so here I just want to ask you if any one of you want to just comment or share, like, has it ever happened? I mean, your children or maybe your spouse is talking to you, or maybe you are talking to your spouse, your consort, and he or she is busy with the mobile and saying, okay, I'm listening. Bolo, bolo, I'm listening. Has it ever happened? Yes, let me Trapti ma'am is saying yes. Yeah. It happens now. We remain busy with our devices. That becomes very important for us. We say, okay, we are messaging now. If anybody, the next person says, okay, listen to me, look at me. And then we say, I'm listening now. I'm doing some important work. Okay, I'm sending a message. It means we are not actively listening. We are not paying full attention to that very person. Yeah, Mr. Kapilesh.
Yeah, it's happening with Kaustubh and me. Kaustubh constantly asking me something or talking with me, and I'm just busy with something. And अरे पापा सुनो तो, पापा मैं आपसे बात कर, पापा सुनो तो
So this is what happens. Okay, and the children, they want our full attention. They want, like, we should listen. And this is not only for children, this is for all of us. Okay, how do we feel when we are speaking something and the other person is ignoring, right? And usually, have you seen this in classroom as well? I mean, if you have asked any of the child to come stand up and maybe share particular answer, and in the meanwhile, while standing and keeping our register at the lecture stand, we keep on marking the attendance. We say, okay, the next child, okay, the next answer to be explained by the next child, and we are not listening to the answers being shared by children. It happens. So we should avoid this. Right. Okay. So next, I want Ms. Sunita, please read the next paragraph.
Yes, ma'am. Poor communication skills are often the cause when we fail in our personal and professional relationships. Listening is a key component of communication. When we misunderstand the people around us, it is often because we are not listening closely. This is as true when we are talking to a co-worker as when we are talking with our spouse. When we listen effectively, we can improve our ability to connect and understand the people that we interact with in our day-to-day life.
So, what is your opinion about whatever you have read just now, Smita ma'am?
Yes, I completely agree with it, ma'am. Because if we want to like build up a good relationship with anyone, like we are interacting with, whether it could be our students, our colleagues, or anybody around in the school uh, working with us. Definitely, we need to, if we want to connect with them, we need to understand them, talk to them, listen to them also. It is
Yeah.
not only like one-way communication. Okay,
Yes.
maybe instruction I have given, but if they have something to say, I need to be ready to listen to them also.
Yeah.
Two-way
Yes.
communication definitely, ma'am, works.
Great. And when you announce something in your class like this is to be done, or as and when I say something like I won't listen to anything, and this is to be done by all the teachers, and obviously you don't feel good, and this is the same with the children.
Yes,
Okay. They
absolutely.
give us different names, maybe diplomats or ye wo, something like that, and they start using different kinds of words. It happens. Okay.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Kapilesh, you please read the next paragraph.
Yes, ma'am. The best kind of listening require us to set aside internal and external distractions so that we can listen without judgment or interruption. In order to listen at this level, we have to be emotionally and mentally invested
Invested,
in
yeah.
the conversation. This means that we are fully engaged and fully present while the other person is talking. We must stop what we are doing, make eye contact, and pay attention to their words. It may sound easy, but most of us do not truly listen at this level on a regular basis.
Yeah, I hope you all would agree. I mean, this is what happens with all of us. This is nothing like, I mean, it's not happening with one person or maybe happening with another. It happens with all of us. So here I want, who did not get turn last time? First, I would like to call that very person. Yeah, Mr. Ali, will you be able to read the next paragraph, Mr. Ali?
Thank you, ma'am. By becoming a better listener, we can greatly improve our effectiveness in our personal and professional relationships. We can greatly increase our ability to influence, persuade, and negotiate. We can be more effective with customers. We can collaborate more effectively with team members. We can deepen our family relationships in every single situation and circumstances. We can benefit from purposefully listening to others.
Yeah, yes, certainly. I think there is nothing to disagree with this. Okay, yeah. Mr. Hemant, will you please read the next paragraph?
So not only does listening affect our success and achievement, it also affects our ability to grow. We learn because we listen, and we grow because we learn. Good listeners are always seeking to learn from the people around them. They understand that they can learn something from every person they meet. If we value people and seek to understand them, we can absorb their wisdom and experience. Wisdom is earned through the continuous time and energy that we invest in listening, learning, observing, and understanding.
Yeah, any comments about whatever you have just read?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, it says about that if you are really paying attention to others, what they are saying to you. So I would like to connect it with the previous paragraph, because I mean your relations improve in your organization, in your family. So obviously the success rate or the achievement in your life, that becomes even greater. So you know that the person, obviously, as per the Maslow's hierarchy theory in business study, it says that the person would like to be successful and would like to get respect. So when you grow and you get respect, it becomes very fruitful for your life. So obviously, I mean, it's a very good thing that we should pay attention to, and we should be respecting others' ideas as well. And many of the times, I mean, conflict arises because we do not listen others, and that's where we fail to understand them.
Yeah, Miss Dipti, please read next.
People who demonstrate the value of listening display certain characteristics. First one is, these people are disciplined listeners. They consciously choose to speak less and listen more. These people are eager to learn. They continually look for the opportunity to grow in every situation and in every conversation.
Yeah, thank you. So next, third point to be read by Savitri ma'am. Savitri ma'am, point number 3.
These people seek the truth. They are not satisfied with superficial information, so they ask questions to get clarity and a deeper understanding of conflicts to situations.
Thank you. Yeah, Mr. Omji, fourth point.
These people mediate between opposing viewpoints. They are more concerned with what is right than with who is right. Fifth point, these people develop...
Fifth, Mr. Ashish.
These people develop close relationship at home and at work. They make others feel valued and important by listening attentively to their needs and desires.
Yeah. So now benefits, first benefits, Sapna ma'am.
If you practice the value of listening, you will experience these benefits. Number 1, you will express mutual respect with the people in your life. When you value what others say, you demonstrate that you value them and their point of view. This will create shared loyalty and trust.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Neha ma'am, point number 2.
Second, you will develop resolution skill. Even the most violent people concentration can be reduced when they have the possibility.
Okay, I guess your voice was too feeble to hear, but no issues. Okay, now Chitra ma'am, next point number 3rd.
Third, you will learn and grow as you speak out and listen out the valuable knowledge and experience of the other peoples.
Right, thank you. People, it's not peoples. Right, and okay, Ajit sir, point number 4. Mr. Ajit, where is he?
You will again favor and influence with people because they know you care about what they have to say and how they feel.
Okay, yeah, Mr. Amir, 5th point. Mr. Amir.
Yes, ma'am. You will create a positive environment by avoiding conflict and misunderstandings.
Yeah, thank you. So here there are certain steps to follow. Who's left? I guess who is not read. Mr. Sunil. Read steps to follow.
Yes, ma'am.
3 steps. First 3 steps.
Steps to follow. First, listen with an open mind. Be prepared to hear and consider all sides of an issue. Number 2, stop what you are doing. Make eye contact and fully engage. Give the other person your undivided attention. Set aside mail, impulse, and other potential distraction. Number 3, listen objectively. When you approach the conversation with judgmental attitude, you create the trust with that is necessary to establish open the honest communication. Number 4,
Who's left? Who's left? Anyone else who's left? Come on, quick. Okay, sir, you read. Continue. Sunil, sir.
ask the question. Make sure that you understand the meaning behind what the other person is saying. Avoid misunderstanding by asking follow-up question. Paraphrase or summarize the other person's thought to show that you are listening and to make sure that you are truly understanding their perspective. Number 5, avoid the temptation to think about what you are going to do next. Instead, pay attention to everything the person is saying before you formulate your response.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. So here is the exercise. Before that, I just want to ask you what all things we have read, what all points we have gone through. I mean, which is the best point that, I mean, really touch your heart, that you could really relate to your life? Who's going to answer? We can have voluntary responses as well. Anything, इतना पढ़ा उसमें से एक sentence जो अच्छा लगा, you'll be able to share, that you could easily relate to. Nothing. Everything was useless. Is it?
Like purposeful listening is the word, one word, it's a new word, which I have noted down because at the beginning it was written that you note down whatever you like.
Yes, certainly.
What Ralph Nicholas has view is, and active listening and purposefully listening. These 2 words I have wrote.
Yeah, certainly. When we are, yes, please.
Ultimately, we want better relations, the world we are living in. So the line which is written in the second paragraph, the very first line, that's what I appreciate. Poor communication skills are often the cause when we fail in our personal and professional relationships.
Right, it happens. Yeah.
Yes.
So here I really liked, I mean, if we want others to understand us, we also need to understand them as well. That is mutual and it's not a one-way process, right? We need to listen to them. And here I was talking about active listening, right? And I could easily relate it to when I was teaching language also in my class, I always used to say, students, for active listening, there is one mantra. We use the word slant, acronym SLANT. Okay. S stands for you need to sit and listen. Obviously, I mean, you are talking to your employer, and then if he is standing, you can't sit, right? I mean, it's all about like you have to sit properly, you have to stand or sit in whatever situation you may be. L is lean. You need to lean forward, okay, to listen to the person, and then ask. A stands for ask. You need to ask in between. If obviously you won't interrupt, but as and when you get a chance to ask, you need to ask. Like if you have any questions in your mind, it should not be like you have listened and maybe the half of the knowledge you have got, half of the information you have got, and you are continuing with that information. You need to ask in case there is any confusion. And next is N. N is nod your head. If you agree, keep on. If the other person is speaking, suppose chairman sir is saying something, or maybe you are talking to your students, and they are just sitting still. They are not nodding their head in yes or maybe no, in agree or disagree. How will you get to know? I mean, that remains a passive class, right? And then is T, track the speaker I mean, proper eye contact should be there. You need to track the movement of the speaker. So this is the mantra for active listening. Please do teach this thing to your students as well. They should know the acronym SLANT. It is there, okay, for reading. So, all right. So you need to complete this assessment sheet where you need to rate yourself. Now I can't ask each one of you, just randomly I'll be asking. Last time Sunita ma'am ne bataya tha. Let me ask, right. Okay. Ravi Prakash sir, how many marks do you give to yourself out of 10 for listening at this stage? And what is your target?
Ma'am, I will give 8 to me, and
8.
my target is 10.
Okay. So in this 8, I mean, wo jo humne in the initially we discussed, like when somebody talks to you and you are never busy watching TV, I mean, your mobile phone, your Facebook, your Insta, you're checking the status on WhatsApp. I mean, you are never busy during listening. Am I right? Or yes?
Ma'am, not at all, but my mind get distracted with someone calls me, or maybe phone rings, or
yes.
maybe my child is laughing or crying.
Okay, so I want this response for the same question from one more person. Volunteer. Anybody, please do answer for this question. Yeah, Mr. Ashish, I can see you raising your hand. Sir, unmute yourself.
On this, ma'am, on the scale of 1 to 10, I will give myself the ranking 6.
हाँ, वो तो सर, वो तो दे दी थी तरप्ती मैम ने आपको पहले रैंकिंग दे दिया था. Yes.
As I came to know that active, it is written in the sheet that active listening is highly necessary. So I think I will improve myself. Yes, there are certain incidents.
Yeah.
Which prove that I am not a good listener, but from this time I will try to improve.
I do agree. We cannot have all the qualities. We cannot get 10 on 10 in all the values, each and everything. I mean, we are not Sola Gun Sampan jo where we talk about all those things. It never happens. We have all the qualities. Uska extent vary karta hai na? That varies. So no problem. At least you are saying, you are promising that you will try your level best to increase your rating from 6 to कहाँ तक जाना है पहले 6 से कहाँ तक
6 to 8 maximum.
हाँ ठीक है
Then I will try for 9 or 10, but minimum 8
नहीं
to I
ठीक है
have to
sir,
attain.
you have to be honest. 6 to 8 ठीक है, fine, right? So फिर तभी तो I mean otherwise if you say I'll go to 6 to 10 तो वो proper measurement होगा. अभी तक पहुंचे ही नहीं 10 तक. अभी भी ऐसा कर लिया, अभी भी ऐसा कर लिया ना. It happens. So I have already answered this question, like why did you give this rating? Yeah. So what benefit would you receive by improving? Certainly, what all the points that we have listed. And now, any one of you, please do answer for this question. Who do you know that exemplifies these qualities, and what do you admire most about that person in your family, in your professional life, in your friendly circle? I mean, any person that you have ever seen, yes, the person exhibits this quality. Yeah. Unmute yourself, any one of you, please.
My parents.
Yes, and I guess this is everyone's parents. I mean, not our generation. I mean, if you're talking about we as parents don't exhibit this quality, but yes, our parents do. I guess everybody would agree. Like if we talk to our parents, they never have their devices in their hand and they never talk to us like that. We always keep on having our mobiles while talking to our parents. It happens. Right? I do agree. Okay. So now what specific action can you take immediately that will improve your rating? Any one of you, please do answer this question. छुट्टी तो उसके बाद ही होगी ना. लास्ट क्वेश्चन पढ़ा है अभी. या yes, anybody who is thinking, yes, I will definitely take this action to improve my rating. Anything
Ma'am,
that
I
comes to
think
your
the
mind.
ma'am, I think the only action which we can take regarding improving our rating is to be a good listener, to give importance others what others are saying.
Yes.
If we
And
will
anything
start
else?
giving
I mean,
importance,
any Ashish sir, any specific action you are talking about? For example, here I would like to say, like, okay, I promise, like next time, as and when my child will sit to me, I mean, near me, and he would like to talk to me, I will keep my mobile phone away and I will listen to him without any kind of interruption. That is my commitment. That is my action that I'm going to take immediately. Even after this meeting, he'll be coming to me because he is back from his school and he is sitting in his room and he'll be coming to me. He's talking to me about what has happened during the day, and usually I listen to him while working on my laptop or maybe while checking the WhatsApp. Today onwards, I won't do it. That is my promise with myself and my commitment. Anyone else, please, anything that you want to change. One response is required from any one of you. सुनीता जोशी मैम बताती होती हैं, चलो उनसे पूछ लेते हैं. सुनीता जोशी मैम. मैम कितने नंबर देती हैं 10 में से अपने आप को? आवाज नहीं आ रही है. I can't listen to you. कितने? 4 नंबर दिए मैम? मैम कितने नंबर?
पहले मैं अपने आप को भी तो सुनती हूँ, उसके बाद ही तो अपने आइया उनको. और ये जो
मैम 7 नंबर.
7. ओके, तो अभी आप क्या करने वाली हैं अपना ये नंबर इंक्रीज करने के लिए?
अपने आप को थोड़ी जो भी कमी है उसको पूरा करेंगे, तभी तो 7 नंबर भी. कभी अच्छे आप कहने को तो हम कहते हैं हम 10 नंबर दे रहे, लेकिन
नहीं 10 नंबर की बात नहीं है. कोई ऐसी चीज जो आपने अपने आप में नोट करी हो कि आप किसकी बात नहीं सुनती हैं, कई बार किसकी बात को इग्नोर करती हैं, बच्चों की या अपने सासू माँ की या मतलब किसी की.
नहीं, मैं सुनती तो हूँ लेकिन पूरा नहीं कर पाती हूँ. सासू माँ की भी बात सुनती हूँ, पूरा भी नहीं कर पाती हूँ, क्योंकि मतलब ऐसा है ना, अब हम लोगों का जो थोड़ा पढ़ाई के उसमें सिस्टम चलता है, तो कोई से ऐसे काम है. अब जैसे आज मैं कह के आई थी, अब मुझे ये काम, तो मैं अपना स्कूल का काम पहले, सबसे पहले मुझे, उसके बाद देखो हर काम वो भी जरूरी है, वो जाके कर लेंगे, इसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम.
ठीक है. वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. So fine. So all of you, this was today's topic on listening. Second transformation table. I can see. I guess I have missed. I even kept on asking, जिसकी turn नहीं आई मुझे बताओ. Now I can see Ravi Kumar and Akanksha. I asked, like, I mean, these are the students who won't stand, who won't speak in the class. Even I would say, how many of you are left who have not got the turn? So because of you, Mr. Sunil has to read all the points, all the 5 points. I asked, is there anyone who is left? But no, they did not speak. And on my screen, I could not see them because I was reading Mr. Sunil's name. Wow.
Ma'am, in the last session, we spoke a lot, na? That's why.
Oh, that's why. I mean, I can see the change in your voice as well. Am I right?
Yes.
Must be your vocal cords have swollen.
After teaching accounts and BST.
Yeah. So all of you, please make sure you all have to complete both the assignments by Thursday. Will you be able to complete now? Lot many days are there. Before we begin with the transformation table number 3, you need to complete your assignments and send it to me through mail. And looking forward to meeting you this Monday. Okay. And make sure there should be proper discipline in the school. I know, and I'm expecting the same from all of you, right? There should be proper discipline, and there shouldn't be like, I mean, children should not be roaming around, and there should be proper, I mean, if they are free, they should be sitting in a room and not alone, but a teacher should be there. Okay. And Monday to Thursday we will be there, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Assembly details I have already explained. Dipti ma'am, please make sure the board work and everything is to be done. If anything is left, do it on Monday, okay? Because Tuesday we'll be having that assembly of particular class. 14th September, we are having Hindi Divas celebration. And for that, Sunita Joshi ma'am is already preparing Hindi Divas ka Nukkad Natak street play. That is to be done, okay? And make sure the assembly should be effective. And another thing, we got another circular from CBSE. You see, in the month of September, we got a lot many things. It's Hindi Divas also, is Literary Fest as well, and is something related to nutrition. All the science teachers, and here, wo to ek hi ghar se hi hain. Listen to me, both of you. Please do plan some activity related to nutrition wherever in your science chapters. There is chapter related to balanced diet. There is chapter related to malnutrition. There's chapter related to diseases, okay, because of in not taking proper diet, okay, any kind of deficiency diseases, anything. And in the junior grades, when they are talking about EVS, they are learning about fruits, vegetable names, and all those things, right? Please make sure you need to discuss these chapters. At least if you have already done, make sure you discuss again, and ask your children to present something in the assembly as well. Even the little children, they can present as a fancy dress also. They can dress up themselves like fruits, vegetables, and talk about junk food, not eating, and something like that. These kind of things can be done, okay? And these kind of activities has to be there. I mean, you have to include these kind of activities, okay, in any of the language. Or on the 3 days, we'll be having at least 1, 2, 3 what all activities in the assembly presentation. That the class teachers please do the needful. And on Tuesday, assembly by 10th and 9th, Dolly ma'am is not there, so I'll inform her. She, I guess, already knows about it. Dipti ma'am, please do coordinate in her absence. Okay, so do submit your register. Anything is there there in the school itself. If something is pending, do it. You are having at least 1 hour is still there, okay? Little bit agar kuch reh jata hai, we'll be able to do on Monday, okay? Monday par I'll be having a meeting with all of you, physically, face to face, in-person meeting, right? Okay, so anything else from your side? If anything is left from my side, I'll share on WhatsApp, okay? You may please.
And from where we have to download this file, listening file? I am unable to download.
Value table, you'll be able to get it from there. Second table.
I have received mail, but when I click on the table,
mail is there, ma'am.
Lesson 2. Then
You will be having mail too, but wait, I'll just share with you. Just a minute. Look here. See, as a value table, when you will go to your table, and here you have downloaded this, and then you have to download this. Okay. So then your percentage will increase from 17% to 33%. Right? So you will be able to download the table number 2. Okay. You must have got mail also. Let me tell you. आपको याद है अपनी कौन सी मेल से किया है? 2-3 बार तो एनरोल किया. चेक करो अपनी all the mails.
मेल आया है, वही तो बता रही हूँ.
हाँ. Please go ahead. All right.